My name is Dr. Coleen Atkins. I'm an Associate Professor of Neurological Surgery at the Miami Project to Cure Paralysis, and I study traumatic brain injury and the risk factors that worsen recovery after concussion. The research in my laboratory focuses on identifying the risk factors that worsen recovery after concussion, which is also known as mild traumatic brain injury. We just recently completed a study where we found that chronic stress in early development actually primes the immune system and leads to an increased inflammatory response in the brain after concussion. What excites me most about this discovery is how this occurs. We found that a specific inflammatory mechanism in the brain called the NLRP3 inflammasome is exacerbated after chronic stress in concussion. When we treated animals with an NLRP3 inflammasome inhibitor, we prevented this increase in the brain's inflammatory response and we improved their long-term recovery. Studying traumatic brain injury and uncovering the mechanisms that underlie poor recovery are central to the mission of the Miami Project, and that is helping individuals recover from the life-altering impacts of a spinal cord injury. Nearly half of the people with a spinal cord injury also have a traumatic brain injury. And so to fully treat them and help them fully recover from a spinal cord injury, we must also treat their traumatic brain injury. Our research benefits greatly from the cross-pollination of ideas with my colleagues here at the Miami Project who are studying spinal cord injury. And indeed, my colleagues here studying spinal cord injury have found that the NLRP3 inflammasome is also a key inflammatory event in spinal cord injury. And my laboratory has now translated those results to discover that the NLRP3 inflammasome is also a key aspect worsening recovery after concussion. I earned my Ph.D. in neuroscience at Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, Texas. And then I went on to complete my postdoctoral studies in learning and memory at the Valum Institute in Portland, Oregon. Now, studying the basic mechanisms of learning and memory was very fulfilling. But I really wanted to start to make a difference in people's lives. And this led me to the Miami Project. Now, nearly 80% of people with a traumatic brain injury experience chronic learning and memory problems. And so I transitioned into the field of traumatic brain injury here at the Miami Project to try to develop effective therapeutics to make a difference in people with traumatic brain injury to improve their recovery.